All right, guys, we are back for the final time. It's the final countdown. We've got one game left between Lzuruha Gaming and Goon Squad. I am Gillyweed, and joining me for this epic, momentous occasion is Messiah.
Hey everybody, if you're just joining us, ready to do this game, this best of three. It's the last game, it's the final, it's the third game. Can we have a winner, or is there going to be a tiebreaker? No, no, someone's going to come out victorious here, and that's going to be the winner. So we do have the we do have the draft all ready to go, and working on right now. So let's get into it and get into the draft so we can bring you this final matchup.
All right, well, we're on Blackheart's Bay and Lzuruha Gaming with first pick. First ban is banned Zagara. Goon Squad once again banning Lost Vikings. No news there, and Lzuruha has first picked the Jaina with the Diablo Turan to follow.
Yep, we see the kind of counter from Goon Squad. They're going to be going with that, as we see Diablo, Tyrande, that combo, the overpower Lunar Flare. So that's going to work in their favor. Lzuruha Gaming has the next two picks available. Again, this is Blackheart's Bay, so you have to kind of think of mobility and how everything's going to work out for you and so forth. So, going to be interesting to see the picks that they're going to have. Are we going to see an Uther? Are we going to see tanks up front first? Just a world of possibilities that both of these teams can pick here in the next few moments as we go through this draft.
What are they gonna pick? What will they pick? I think they'll pick either Sylvanas or Vala, and then ETC. Now there's the ETC. They could also grab Uther. Maybe they'd be scared of Goon Squad picking up the Uther Rhaegar. We've seen people stealing just crazy picks and making it work throughout the tournament, so they could be trying to just play it safe, making sure that they do have one good hero of each type. But I wouldn't be surprised to see them favor having really good damage here, since it's the last game.
Yeah, they can go with that last pick of damage type because they don't have to worry about a tank. Goon Squad has one, Lzuruha Gaming also has one, so that's no problem at all. But it all comes down to the picks, what they feel comfortable with playing, what they think is going to work, what Goon Squad's going to end up bringing to the table this match. So it's a whole combination of things they have to think of.
They're really taking their time, dipping into their time pool just a bit, trying to consider all possibilities, and they are going to go for the Sylvanas, so they're like, no, alright, they better not take Uther and Rhaegar, that's all I have to say. They know they're probably safe, considering the fact they already have a Tyrande, though.
Yeah, I think that would be fine. I see Goon Squad probably going with how we've seen it. Maybe they'll even go with what they did the past couple of times. They went with like the Uther or the Rhaegar, or maybe they'll go with both and have the Tyrande and just pick up a super damage for their last pick. There's no question to what possibilities could be with these two picks of Diablo and Tyrande. As the time pool is starting to slowly tick down here while we are waiting for these picks to come out. So sooner or later they're gonna pick here.
So,
The suspense.
The suspense. I do think Uther. Yeah, there it is. And okay, so Avala as well. So super duper standard. Don't know why we needed to dip into that time pool, but we did. And maybe they were just trying to decide between the Rhaegar and the Uther and all of that, but Lzuruha probably will grab the Rhaegar here to just ensure they've got their heals set up. And what do you think here? Do you think a Tassadar? We haven't really seen many Tassadars. I think it's been... Oh.
No, they're going to go with that Illidan play. They're going to pick up that Illidan, that Rhaegar for those massive heals. Only problem is you have 3 squishies.
Oof.
Well, and technically 2 squishies and 1 mass heal. So you got to be positioned right and be careful. Blackheart's Bay is somewhat more of an objective kind of map, not really team fight oriented, more around chest and turn-ins and so forth. But for the most part, you can pretty much do this game without any sort of team fight. Goon Squad still has their last pick available. They have the tank, they have the supports, they have their slight damage. But what is a similar damage pick they can choose in the end here?
Well, we've seen quite a few Novas. We could maybe see another one here, as they have the Jaina and the Sylvanas. Tychus as well is a distinct possibility, but no, yes, going for my favorite dwarf, it's Falstad!
I go with the Falstad pick, that dwarf, that tatted up dwarf. He's going to be picking him, and I can see why. I mean, you have APOC, you have Starfall coming out, you have that Rain of Vengeance that you could easily throw down there, also depending on what Vala goes. So, overall, let's see how these matches play out. But Lzuruha Gaming, I'm cautious about how they picked here with, the 3 squish that they have.
I am right there with you. That is a lot of squish indeed. And it will come down to, I think, if they're able to take people down fast enough before the sustain really starts to hurt them, versus whether Goon Squad will be able to keep all their heroes up, keep sustain, and then take out somebody in the long fight too. And of course, not to discount the Lzuruha Sylvanas pickup, as she's going to be able to help just continually push in on structures. And I always love Illidan on this map. He has got a lot of good roam and can easily go and pick up those small Viking camps, pirate camps, as well as he can solo merc camps pretty early on.
Yeah, that's for sure. So, game is loading up here for Blackheart's Bay. We're about to get in it. For new folks out there who are just joining, Goon Squad versus Lzuruha Gaming in a best of 3. Both of them have won 1 match, and they are moving here into the 3rd one. This is the final. So after this, there's no other games. This is going to be it, folks. The prize for glory and fame for winning Week 10. Our
prize is going to bed. And maybe after grabbing a snack.
I'm gonna try and go to bed, but I don't know. I'm feeling my stomach's a little restless at this moment, so I don't know. We'll have to see what goes on.
Well, maybe these guys will give us a short game, and then you can make that decision. Meanwhile, let's introduce these teams. We've got the Goon Squad once again in blue, with Hosty on the Falstad, Get Up playing Uther, Teebs once again on his Merkablo Diablo, Daeun on Tyrande, and who's that? Oh yeah, Goat on the Vala.
Alright, and on the red side for Lzuruha Gaming, we have Spurbeck on the ETC, Evan on the Jaina, Pyrat on the Illidan, Maid on that Rhaegar, and down bottom lane we have Jay Kerps on the Sylvanas.
Sylvanas and Vala basically kind of staring each other down here in bottom lane.
Yeah.
Hilarious. Oh, not really too much of a fight over this division. Teams favoring staying alive and having everybody up for this this first treasure chest here, which should be spawning just in a few seconds. Looks like Hosty, Teebs, and the rest of Goon Squad just trying to keep the lane pushed as much as possible so that they can have a good position for this treasure chest. Evan taking a lot of damage from Falstad right off the bat, and Pyrat is going to be stunned from Tyrande. That's just enabling teams to kind of get some work done here on the coins. They do pick up 3 to the 2 of Lzuruha, but they're going to be able to pick up Diablo, and actually they're going to end up getting those coins after all.
Yeah, they get the coins from the top chest down. They're still not collected down there, so this push is going to keep going on. As you can see, the member of Dan tries coming down here and acquiring it, as Falstad also flies down from Hosty. So, push back on Jay Kerps. He's not going to be able to take it. Pyrat in a rough spot at the moment, ends up taken down there from those extra little bit of attacks. So, unfortunately, that bottom chest is going to go to the side of the blue Goon Squad.
Blue Squad, Goon Squad, they have 8 coins, I think, between them. Yep, with just 2 being there. That sounds good. I will keep on casting. Evan's gonna head back, needs to heal up just a little bit. It's gonna be a little bit of laning opportunity that Rhaegar will have to at least be safe here. Level 4 talents up first for the Goon squad. Going to be getting... We've got the multi-shot build for Vala, very common here, especially when you want to be clearing lanes really quickly, so that you can get caught up with your team and make sure you're taking all the objectives you possibly can. And of course, gathering power for Falstad. So that'll be the name of the game, is trying to stay alive there, as you have to get in and deal damage. Spurbeck taking a lot of damage, gets stunned from get up, but Teeb's not quite there in time to be able to overpower him over, so he will survive. Once again, Envenom from Sylvanas. So she's going to be able to throw that and at least help a little bit when it comes to dealing very quick damage. Goon Squad is coming in. They really want to be able to get this turn in, and right now it's not really uncontested. I'm not even sure that Lzuruha knows about it, or if so, they really just want to get ahead in experience, which they are doing by laning. But now they're coming down. They see that there's a Sylvanas here. Will she be able to get her Banshees out enough in time? He's got to overpower. Nope. There is a stun, though, and they will pick it up off of that. What a great Lunar Flare there from Tyrande is going to secure that kill. And that first turn in, taking out the towers and structures here in mid. If it won't take out the fort, at least make it very vulnerable so that they'll be able to come in easily and pick it up very soon. And Goon Squad going to hit level 7.
Well, who's got the coin for me services?
Alright, so we do have just enough coins here to turn in for Lzuruha, and that's what they're going to do. They really want to follow that up with a turn in. It's going to help them make sure that they're staying caught up in terms of experience by taking out those structures. And while they do that, they look like they're coming here to bot. Maybe they want to take out these bottom bruisers, or at least just push the camp. Meanwhile, though, a really good push from Goon Squad on top is going to ensure that the lane is pushing toward that fort. They'd really like to take it down. It is quite low, and that would secure them a really good experience lead, especially as they're trying to get to 20. Teebs is going to overpower, made into the attacks from Hosty. Lunar Flare does not land, though, and they're going to stay alive for now. And yep, just as predicted, Lzuruha is going after these bottom bruisers. And that will be a really good push into this bottom lane that they can work off of, especially if Sylvanas were to come down. Oh, or stay there because she was already there. My bad. Both teams level 8 have their level 7 talents. Uther's once again chosen to take Clairvoyance, so really favoring Vision once again. And everything else looks the same as in past games as well. Falstad flying in. They really want to try to capture this J-Crypt, but she is going to throw the Banshees, does not get quite far enough away, and once again they'll pick up those Sylvanas here, and that's just helping them catapult ahead in the experience just a little bit. They're almost to level 10, and Lzuruha is not even quite at 9 yet.
All right, I am back. Sorry, sorry about that. Totally. I apologize. It's a story. So where are we at? Goon Squad is actually about to hit 10 here, so they're gonna be taking that advantage, and it looks like it was a pretty even engages so far. Okay.
Yep, one turn in each. They're trying to come in though and catch Maid and Spurbeck out while they can. There's the Strafe doing a lot of damage to those two, and Falstad flying in. Really like to get Spurbeck as well, but no, they're just going to stop here at this fort. They did take Hinterland Blast, Lightning Breath, Starfall, Strafe, and Divine Shield, so a lot of damage potential from all of those. Very AoE heavy as well.
Yeah, Lzuruha Gaming hasn't hit level 10 yet, so they are at a little bit slight disadvantage. They will be turning over here in just a little bit. Up top, we do see Goon Squad. They are going to be taking that top chest, while on the bottom side, you see Lzuruha Gaming using Sylvanas to their full potential, and they're going to try and take this bottom fort before any members of Goon Squad can come down and actually contest and do some damage. both teams are now level 10. As we can see, Illidan has not picked his level 10 yet. Get up coming from behind. Hosty taking a lot of damage in there from Evan. We do see Wailing Arrow going out, not really hitting anyone out of key. Teebs not taking any damage there. And it looks like currently this is kind of just stalemate. Teebs gets knocked back here. We see Hinterland Blast going off, but it doesn't look like it actually hits many members, or I might be mistaken, but Lightning Breath is doing so much work to Lzuruha Gaming in that engage, and overall Goon walks out victorious.
Yeah, man, Hinterland Blast just softens everybody up for the Lightning Breath, which caught in that small little corridor dealt a lot of damage. They were able to take out everybody. Illidan did finally pick up his heroic. He's got Metamorphosis with Water Elemental, Wailing Arrow, Ancestral Healing, and Stage Dive for the other members of his team. And looks like at this point, Goon Squad's just going to push in on this fort. They would really like to be able to keep their experience lead and are doing so really well with a level 13 talent advantage.
Yeah, Goon Squad, they took control of the bottom ones. They took the outer fort down there. Up top, we do see that the coin turn-in is also going to get the top. So right now, the outer forts are completely gone for Lzuruha Gaming, leaving Goon Squad in a very good position. Now, as they're going to rotate up here, Lzuruha Gaming might think about possibly going for that golem, but it's not going to happen because we do see Goon with the Uther use just his clairvoyance and seeing where they're positioned on the map so far.
They're already headed up here. A great overpower on Illidan. He's able to get away thanks to, of course, being Illidan. Tyrande is not here, so this is a lot of time that Goon Squad has to sit back and be really careful here until she can get up here. And as she gets up here, Lzuruha knows that their timing window has closed. They've picked up what they wanted, which is the towers and the gate. That's helped them at least get a little bit of an experience as well, but they still are 2 full levels down here.
Yeah, it's going to be rough, especially getting to 16 and 20. You always want to be the team that's up there because it hurts you in the end. We see that Goon Squad just kind of pushed them back at that point. And it looks like Goon might come down here and just kind of take their pirate camp and also the giant camp down here with little contests down here, but we can't tell because now they're currently hiding out. But is Lzuruha Gaming dumb enough to fall for this? That's the question.
It looks like no, they're going to head back. They realize, and maybe they're planning on coming around the other way, but no, they really just want to push lanes right now. They know that they need level 13 so much right now. And this is making Goon Squad just actually kind of, you know, waste a little bit of time here for that gank that didn't happen. But they will pick up these giants. They could head to turn in now and get a turn into, I think they've got enough. Yeah, they've got just enough, but instead they're just going to continue to push along with their lanes. But that's what's happening on top as well for Lzuruha.
Yeah, they're just going to continue their push and try and see where they can go with this. Great job from Goon Gaming as they're going to try and get these bottom towers and the gate at least for potential future turn-ins, or, you know, just going for that keep and getting even a more level advantage. Chess phase is now up, and they are heading out to it.
Yeah, ETC wasn't with them. He wasn't able to get the fort, though, because that push by Goon Squad really helped in that they made the rest of the members of Lzuruha go back. And then ETC not really catching anybody with that stage dive, so he is back, and chests are up, but they want... Goon Squad wants a fight here. They know they're almost to 16. They do know that they're tied up in talents now, but maybe they don't want to engage because they've got quite a few coins, but they certainly wouldn't hate an engagement for sure.
If they got an engage at this point, it'd be definitely in their favor for Goon Squad. They can hope for that and kind of get that one kill out. Just to kind of set the move for the rest, but they're just going to be, you know, doing what they were doing, rotating, getting mercenary camps, you know, and clearing waves and get ready for this next fight. But Hosty needs to be careful because he's out of position right now. Not what you need from the side of Goon Squad when you're actually trying to get ahead here.
Oh yeah, that was a really big pick. because of course Falstad took Gathering Power, so his stacks are going to be reset there. He's going to be dealing a little bit less damage here for a bit, and of course that experience from the from being behind is going to help too. Who left this coin on the board? Somebody get it. Thank you, Rhaegar. I appreciate you.
Yeah. People leaving coins.
You didn't get it! What? Thank you, Jaina. I appreciate you instead.
Good job, Evan. Great pickup on that. So, we do see that Goon actually turned in the next set of coins, and it's wreaking havoc on the middle keep there. Now, it's not going to be able to completely take it down, but it's going to be low enough where if Goon actually got a solid team wipe, that they might be able to potentially end the game. So right now, Lzuruha Gaming definitely needs to be cautious about how they are playing on the map.
Lzuruha is down once again in a talent tier 2, so it's a great time for Goon Squad to try to get an engagement here. But instead, they're still favoring getting the map objectives. This map is very objective based, and that helps them just continue to put the pressure on their opponents, besides the fact that they are able to pick up coins to be able to continue to do more turn-ins. So we still have a boss that has not been taken yet. Lzuruha would love to get it, and they're about to get level 16 talent, so it would be a great time for them to try to make something happen. They finally tied up their team members in 3 Blood for Bloods on their team. The Playmaker.
That MVP, Blood for Blood. Let's see if it turns the tide for Lzuruha Gaming, and if they can come back from this from these next team fights that are really going to be crucial. So bottom lane, I mean, that bottom inner keep is about half. The other one is about under 25%, and the other one still has, the top one still has its full amount. But Goon definitely knows what they need to be doing, rotating, clearing waves. They're definitely bringing their A game for this last match of best of 3.
I'm really surprised, actually, that all the members of Lzuruha went back there, because they had a really good position in setting up for the boss, but they gave it up to all go back and defend. And really, I mean, it only would have taken, like, I would think one person, maybe even ETC, who could then have stage dove in. But for now, once again, we're seeing the Goon Squad patiently wait, hoping beyond hope that they might get a good pick. But yet again, Lzuruha saying, oh, we're too smart for that, guys. Though Mage is out a little bit. Can they take him out before he heals himself? They will indeed. And now there's no heals, and this is what we worried about before, with all that damage coming out from Goon Squad. Illidan and Rhaegar have just melted. Diablo is down, but has souls and is already back up. Meanwhile, Jaina has gone down too, and that's we talked about that in the pick. Could Rhaegar keep such 3 such squishy heroes alive?
The sad part about that was, though, that Rhaegar did get caught out in just how they were trying to retreat. So that put a damper on everything. And from there, it just kind of went downhill. So unfortunately, Lzuruha Gaming just could not stay in that fight for long. They end up losing 4 of their teammates. The top boss, the Golem, is going to go to the favor of Goon Squad. And they have 22 coins, so they are available for the next turn-in.
Wow. Yeah, Goon Squad just really having a commanding presence here, constantly making sure to keep all the coins, taking out coin camps on their way to the turn-in, even to make sure there's nothing left at all for Lzuruha to be able to pick up. And Lzuruha not even being able to get out there anyway, because they've got to deal with this giant that's pushing in on really their only protected keep here.
Yeah, all the other ones are wide open. They do use their coins for a turn-in, so we're going to see a lot of action on the field coming in here for their inner keeps. That one's definitely going to fall in the middle there after it takes 1-2 shots and it is down. And now it's going to start working on the top. So a lot of shots left for Goon Squad as they're just saying, you know, while that's going off, let's take both mercenary camps, the bruiser camps, and the giants.
Well, it seemed like maybe for a second Lzuruha wanted to go for these bruisers, and they actually had a little bit of indecision here. There goes the ETC is going to jump in, but their opponents are level 20. They just picked up their Storm level talents, and now ETC and Illidan are really out of position here. A good metamorphosis will put him back into position, but the lightning breath from the depths of the, I don't know, the bruiser spot, I guess, is going to help him secure 2 quick kills, followed by a kill on Illidan too. And now Illidan, Sylvanas, and ETC are all down for 40 seconds, and they could easily take this keep and maybe even push in toward core here with this kind of Merc push.
Yeah, I think that's their game plan. They have enough time to take this and the core do a lot of damage. I mean, there's a lot of DPS coming from that team, so it's a opportunity. And as you see, everyone in chat saying GG, and it looks like Teebs and the rest of the crew of Goon Squad are going to go in and try and finish this game. Like you were saying, should have waited until levels were about the same. Just going in there when they were about to hit 20 really hurt the side of Lzuruha Gaming. So overall, Goon Squad's going to win it.
Yep, dropping everything they had on the core, and after a very long HeroesHype Amateur Series fraught with all sorts of technical issues, we have overcome them and we have made it to the finals. Congratulations to the Goon Squad for perhaps their first victory in the HeroesHype Amateur Series. I'm not sure, but congrats to them regardless.
Yeah, good job, Goon Squad, for making it this far. You are first place for today's tournament on week number 10 of HeroesHype. Again, a big round of applause for Lzuruha Gaming to making it to the finals here. Great bunch of guys, great team overall. Just a little bit of those slight hiccups with, coming in and when the enemy team's level 20. It happens, though. You want to kind of get that engaged before it goes through, but things like that happen in any sort of quick match, Hero League, etc. So overall, good job, Goon Squad, for taking first place this week.
I can't believe I haven't said this earlier, but guys, if you are not following HeroesHype, you definitely need to follow HeroesHype and check out their website. They not only have awesome information about this amateur series, but they also produce lots of different news content that covers all of the Heroes esports and community scenes as well. So you can find them, of course, here on Twitch and Twitter and Facebook, and then HeroesHype.com is the website. Messiah, where can people find you on social media and on Twitch?
You can find me on Twitter at Messiah with 2 H's at the end. You can also find me on Twitch here at twitch.tv/Messiah, just like my name with 1 H. And I do any sort of tournament casting for Heroes of the Storm, from Go for Heroes, HeroesHype. I've done some HPL before when it was still going on, and so forth. So I'm trying to get some more experience out there and build something up from scratch. So if you'd like to follow me on there, I appreciate it. And I do sometimes dab into normal streaming also. It just depends with the amount of work and stuff I have during the day. So
totally understandable. We really appreciate you coming in on short notice, and the short notice, of course, being me just randomly calling you. I appreciate you very much, and even radio
that's
casting.
Totally fine. That's totally fine.
It's always a pleasure to cast with you too. And,
you too. Thank you.
Thank you. Guys, if you want to follow me, you can follow me on Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, all Gillyweed SC2. My stream recently just got partnered this weekend, so I've been ramping that up, and that's really fun. I've got my first emote too. It's amazing. It's really cool. So please follow me. Come hang out. I stream Heroes every weekday at 3 p.m. Central Time, and it's a lot of fun. And then, of course, I'm here on HeroesHype on Wednesdays, and then tomorrow on Thursdays, I'm always co-hosting Eye on the Storm with Anna Prosser-Robinson. She was here earlier. That's on twitch.tv/misclicks. So lots of different Heroes places you can find me. The best way to figure out what I'm doing is to follow me on Twitter. And I think that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for sticking with us through these long technical difficulties in the long series. They were really great series. Good job to all the gamers. Thank you to all the viewers, and we will see you next week. Goodbye.
See ya, folks.